So you've been studying for your exam and it's been a while since you started. You have your trusted book or guide or app or something that you use as your source of information. I mean, you literally depend on it. And then the latest version of it comes out. Now suddenly, old is no longer gold. In fact, you're convinced that you need this latest version to crack your exam and get that score. In fact, you're wondering how to pull the money together and how to convince your parents that you need this. And this suddenly becomes your number one focus, your number one variable in your road to success. But is that really true? What is this? What is this feeling? It's the classic FOMO, the fear of missing out. Even in studies, sir? Yes, absolutely, even in your studies. So what is it? What is the psychology behind it? And how can we overcome it? Let's find out. So without further ado, let's get on with it. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, I'm Abbas Ali, a full-time orthopedic surgeon, a faculty of orthopedic, a father of 2 boisterous kids, and also a part-time YouTuber. Now, fear of missing out, the concept that we are all well aware of, but how does it apply to studies? It's basically your fear of missing out on something important because you assume that the thing out there is probably a lot better than what you already have. So whenever you come across the latest version of a book, of an app or a guide, you start panicking and you feel that you immediately need it. That's FOMO. Now, why does it happen? It happens because we are always convinced that this updated version is actually the thing which will tip the balance in the favor of your competitors. We assume that it has some special powers which can benefit them and put everyone else ahead of you. So is it really true? Well, not entirely. Let's look at the 2 concepts. One, the pyramid of questions, and second, the return of time invested. See, the types of questions that show up in your exam, if represented in a form of a pyramid, usually show that the latest advancements or questions from novel or new topics form the smallest part of the tip of the triangle. So a typical exam will have hardly a few questions from these new topics, which in most cases will not be the ones that define your success or your rank. So it is not worth spending a lot of time gathering this new information. Which brings me to the other concept, the return of time invested. So we all know that time is the most important asset, and depending on where you invest your time, you're likely to see the kind of output. So if you're going to say invest 90% of your time familiarizing yourself with a new app or a book to get that extra 5 to 10% output, then it's definitely not the right investment of your time. Definitely not at the cost of not being able to revise the 90% of the syllabus or information you know will be repeated anyway in your exam. So what should you do? You should start trusting your resource, trust your app, trust your guide, because it's like you have personalized and familiarized your weapon of choice over the past 1 year. You know how to access the information, you know where to look for something, you even know where you have scribbled in the margins of that book or have taken a screenshot of the app. You already know it so well that the information is literally at the tips of your fingers. Now, don't give up on this familiarity and waste time getting to know something that has a remote possibility of being asked on your exam. Here I'd like to quote one of the guests of my podcast who said, "I'd rather enter a battlefield knowing how to use a knife well rather than having a bazooka and not knowing how to use it." Also, if you don't want to miss more amazing podcasts and videos like that, be sure to hit the subscribe button right over here, and don't forget to click on the bell icon if you want to be notified whenever I upload one. So what are you saying, sir? We don't need new editions anymore? Obviously not. Wait, there is an exception to this rule. It's for people who are just starting out. For them, yes, it is very crucial to select the latest and the greatest app or the book with the best information, which is presented in the smartest way possible. That's why whenever a student asks me about a good source of information for a preparation, I always tell them the same thing. Go out there, Sample everything that is available in the market and pick the one you think suits you the best and checks all the boxes. But if you want to know what I personally recommend, look in the description below. I have a few recommendations for you based on the exams you are preparing for. Whether you're a NEET UG or a NEET PG aspirant or even NEET MDS aspirant, all the links are there in the description below. But if you're not starting now and are going for the exam soon and have already carved out your weapon, don't abandon it for shiny new toys, because old is always gold. Now go down there, click the thumbs up button and share this video with one of your friends. Leave a comment below. I love hearing from you. And if you have not already subscribed to the channel, consider subscribing and don't forget to click on the bell icon. I will see you in the next one. Till then, take care. Bye-bye.